Let's be honest, for a lot of us in Canada, the dream of owning a home can feel like it's drifting just a little further out of reach. But what if I told you there's a new tool out there, a secret weapon designed specifically to help you get there faster? Today, we're going to break down the First Home Savings Account, or FHSA, and figure out if it's the game changer you've been waiting for.
You know that feeling, right? You look at the housing market, then you peek at your savings account, and, well, it can be a little discouraging. You are definitely not alone in feeling that way. The struggle to save up a down payment is very, very real. And that is exactly the problem this new account was built to solve.
So back in 2023, the government rolled out the First Home Savings Account. The best way to think about it is like a super-powered savings account, built from the ground up for one thing and one thing only: helping Canadians buy their first home. It's designed to turbocharge your savings in a way that no other account really can.
So what makes the FHSA so special? Well, it basically takes the best parts of an RRSP and the best parts of a TFSA and mashes them together. On one side, your contributions are tax deductible just like an RRSP. That means you get a tax refund just for saving money. And on the other side, when you're ready to buy that house, you pull all the money out, including all the growth, completely tax-free, just like a TFSA. It's an incredible one-two punch.
Okay, this sounds pretty amazing, I know, but the big question is, who can actually open one? The rules are pretty simple, but there's one little detail in there that is super important to understand.
To get started with an FHSA, you just need to tick 3 boxes. First, you've got to be a resident of Canada. Second, you need to be at least 18. And third, this is the big one, you have to qualify as a first-time homebuyer.
And this definition of first-time homebuyer is absolutely key. For the FHSA, it means that you or your spouse haven't owned a home that you lived in as your main residence in the year you opened the account or in the 4 calendar years before that. It's a really specific rule, and it actually means that some people who've owned a home in the past might eventually qualify for this account again.
All right, so you're eligible, you've opened the account. Awesome. Now, how do we get some money in there so it can start working for you?
The FHSA has some clear limits. You can put in up to $8,000 every year, and there's a lifetime maximum of $40,000. But here's a really cool feature. If you don't use up your full $8,000 of room in a given year, you can carry forward up to $8,000 of that unused space to the next year.
You've got 2 main ways to fill her up. You can contribute new cash, or you can transfer money you already have sitting in an RSSP. Now, if you go with that second option, how you do it is incredibly important. So, if you're looking to move funds over from an RRSP, you have to do what's called a direct transfer. It's actually a super simple process. You just fill out a form, like the RC 720, give it to your bank, and they move the money behind the scenes for you. Do it this way, and there are no tax surprises. And listen up, because this is a huge warning. Whatever you do not just withdraw the money from your RRSP into your bank account and then put it into your FHSA. That is not a direct transfer. If you do that, the whole amount you pulled out is considered taxable income for the year, and that could mean a really, really nasty surprise come tax time.
Okay, let's circle back to the biggest selling point of the FHSA, because this is where the magic really happens. We're talking about that incredible tax advantage that truly makes it stand out from everything else. First off, just like an RRSP, every single dollar of new money you contribute is tax deductible. So if you put in the max of $8,000, you get to chop that same amount right off your taxable income. That directly lowers your tax bill for the year. It's that simple.
Now, here's a crucial point to remember. That tax deduction only works for new contributions. If you transfer money over from your RRSP, you can't claim another deduction for it. Why? Well, because you already got the tax break when you first put that money into your RRSP. The government is smart. They're not going to let you double dip on the tax break.
So, the FHSA is an amazing tool, but you've got to play by the rules. There are a couple of big mistakes you can make that come with some pretty significant penalties, so let's make sure you know how to avoid them.
The first mistake, and it's an easy one to make if you're not paying attention, is over-contributing. Just putting in too much money.
So, what happens if you do? Let's walk through it. Say your annual limit is $8,000, but between some cash and an RSSP transfer, you accidentally put in $13,000. That means you have an excess of $5,000. The penalty on that is 1% of the excess per month. In this case, that's $50 every single month until you get that extra money out of there. Ouch.
All right, the second big mistake is holding what the CRA calls non-qualified investments. You can hold all the normal stuff, cash, GICs, stocks, mutual funds, but there are certain types of investments that are a big no-no.
And the penalty for this one is absolutely brutal. If you're caught with a non-qualified investment in your FHSA, you could be hit with a tax equal to 50% of that investment's value. Yeah, you heard that right, 50%. It's a massive penalty, so you really want to make sure you're sticking to standard approved investments.
Okay, so we've covered how it works, the incredible benefits, and some of the dangerous pitfalls. Now we get to the final question. Does this amazing new tool actually fit into your plan for buying a home?
Let's just do a quick recap of the highlights. Number 1, you get a tax deduction for putting money in. Number 2, all of your money and your investments grow completely tax-sheltered. And number 3, you get to pull out every single cent, your contributions and all the growth 100% tax-free for your down payment. It is a truly powerful combination. So here's the bottom line. For any Canadian who qualifies as a first-time homebuyer and is serious about saving up, the FHSA is without a doubt the single best account to get started with. But it's just one piece of the puzzle, right? It's a powerful start for sure, but what's the next step in your financial plan to make that home ownership dream a reality?